everyone, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
Oh, Jack is muted.
Jack
I
is
thought you were just kidding before when you had no sound. And Jamie's got some feedback again. We're doing fantastic here.
Everything's doing great.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. So while Jack tries to figure out his microphone issues, welcome. How's it going, Jamie? What did you think about tonight's episode of Survivor? Danny got another episode title, Under the Wings of a Dragon. I have to admit, between the episode title and the focus on him, I thought for sure they were going to take their shot and get him out. But
Carolyn tried. She tried. She said, "Hey,
look as always, Carolyn." As always, Carolyn was right. Franny was right. We cannot hear you still.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, I was joking around. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Mike.
It doesn't matter.
I thought they'd get Danny out too. I don't understand the big threat that Kane was. They got him out.
Right? Like, were they just...
guys, he came in third in a challenge once. We better get him out of here.
Well, was it Heidi that said he's a challenge threat because he's big?
No, I mean, he's not small, but I don't think that he's the kind of big that is a threat for challenges.
No, he's not. Like I said, it just I didn't get it. I didn't understand it, but I mean, it seems like Jam has more control than Carolyn. Carolyn she just goes, okay, I'll go with it.
I know.
Jam takes he's taking everything personal. I got to get the people out that voted for me.
But if you get to the end, that looks awesome on a resume. If you're like every single person that voted for me, the next tribal, they went home. I mean, that doesn't look bad.
unless they're bitter.
Jam kind of plays a Survivor like a Big Brother player.
Yeah, how's that?
He really has that angle on it where it's like in Big Brother, you like immediately want to get the person out the following week that like mentions your name, because usually once you have a target, that target stays on you throughout the entire summer. But with Survivor, it's like it's always so fluid, like you might put someone's name down one week, but then never put their name down again. But he holds on to the grudge really, really tightly.
Oh yeah, yes he does.
Sherry said that her household also thought that Danny was going home tonight.
I thought it was a no-brainer, but who am I? I don't know.
I did too, but you know what? Danny's got tight alliances.
He does, but he's also telling people you got to play the game. Eating doesn't matter. He's telling people what to do. I mean, usually that gets you adiosed, kicked out.
Yeah, I thought that too. And then we had another live tribal. Not another. It was nice because for a while we had live tribals every single episode, and it was getting kind of annoying.
Right.
But it's nice. We took a break for a while. Now we had one tonight.
Did anything change?
I have no idea. My guess is maybe Carolyn was on the fence and she ended up just going with Kane because Carson and Jam did.
Yeah. I actually thought before we got to see who voted for what, I was pretty convinced that the Danny vote was Carolyn. And I was like, oh great, she's like the one person, because she was saying, like, no, I want to change who I was gonna vote for when I came in here. Like now I want to change it.
Who was it that voted for Danny?
It wasn't
Kane,
her.
wasn't it?
I think it might have been Kane. I can't remember.
I thought it was Kane, but I could be wrong.
Her.
Okay, I counted 10 votes. Who?
But
there was 2 votes.
Who used the double vote then? Was it Lauren
Jamie.
or Jamie used Lauren's double vote?
Yeah.
And Kane went home with her fake idol.
we have all these fake idols this season,
and
we
none
have
of them
not,
have given us any good TV. No.
no,
How
they
did
all
how did
want
she
Any
how,
payoffs.
how did Kane end up with the double vote?
No,
Lauren gave it to
gave her
Jamie.
double vote to Jamie.
Lauren
Yeah.
gave the double vote to Jamie because they were worried about a knowledge is power coming into play. So then Jamie
Okay.
gave hers to Kane
So Jamie, instead of just holding on to it, she used it.
to vote for Kane twice.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because
Why-
we've got
why
5
would you
votes
vote-
on Kane and
Okay, if Kane-
3
if-
on Heidi.
If Kane has your idol and you think it's real, why would you vote him out?
See, now I thought that
I don't know. She
I thought
boggles
that-
my mind.
wait, pick me. I thought the double vote was used on Heidi.
Was it on
Like,
Heidi?
I thought that Lauren or it was very quick because I glanced up.
That could be.
So I thought that that
makes more
Heidi got the
sense.
2 votes against her, which was a very big waste of a double vote.
Yes, because we had the Stooges all voted on Kane. So that's 3 there. And so we had 2 more on Kane. Yeah, it had to have been Heidi. This is what happens when you are running around after a commercial break.
Understood.
Not doing a good job looking at the TV.
Understood. If anybody that's watching right now, I can see there's a bunch of people. If you have the breakdown of votes, please put it in the chat. That would be very helpful. Okay, actually, Sherry confirmed the double vote was both on Heidi. So did Lauren play that, or did Jamie use Lauren's?
Jamie pulled out another parchment.
Okay, so then interesting. I wonder if she was authorized to do that by Lauren, or
That's what I'm saying, because that was completely wasted. If not,
it was completely wasted.
And if I'm Lauren, I'm going to be ticked off.
Yes. It was really funny, though, when Kane and Jamie are whispering loudly about Carolyn behind Carolyn, and you just see her face because you know that she can hear them, but they think they're being like all smooth and on the DL. And
what do you think? What do you think we should do?
I think she's good for it. She's solid. What was it? I wrote it down. I was just like, this is so funny.
I really wanted to see Jamie play the fake idol.
I know. I'm so bummed out. So bummed out.
We even got like this weird like maniacal laugh scene with her talking about her idol, like how she still has it. I thought for sure we were gonna get a payoff.
That was my name, but you guys couldn't hear me. I still have an idol. I still have an idol. How do I still have an idol? I still have an idol. She has a fake idol.
So we had 3 fake idols just walking out of the game, correct? Then we had the double vote was pointless. Like it's weird. I think there was a handful of other advantages so far in this game that yielded no result, and the one thing that did give us a result was the shot in the dark. And it is so weird and backwards.
Isn't the double vote? Shouldn't you just wait until there's less people? That way the vote means something, or you use it when you have 6 members of you're in a tribe of 6.
Right. Like, did Jamie really think that there was going to be enough votes on Heidi that her double vote was going to make a difference?
Did Lauren vote for Heidi?
She must have been the other. Who did Kane vote for?
I don't know. I didn't.
You think Kane voted for Danny?
I think so.
Danny's the vote. No, I think Lauren voted for Danny because she wanted to get Danny out.
Yeah, so if she used that double vote on her own, sparks are going to fly.
Oh, I would be so angry. I would be so mad if she just wasted that. Also, was it hers to like? I mean, I know it was hers to use, but like the chutzpah.
Kane voted for Danny. Yes, so Kane voted for Danny.
Okay, there we go.
I think Lauren, like when we did hear about Lauren giving that double vote to Jamie, she literally said, like, I'm going to give it to Jamie so we can use it.
Okay.
I think
you're right. Okay, so Kane voted for Danny, Danny voted for Kane.
It'd be more fun if
like Kane and Abel. Kane.
It'd be more fun if she did.
Sorry, go ahead. It'd be more fun if she what?
If she didn't give her permission to use it. Just saying.
It would be. Okay, let's catch up on some comments here in the chat. Sherry said, "Here's my question: if a person walks away with an idol, does an idol go back into the game, or does the idol only go back into the game when it's played?" Well, I think we've seen it. I think we've seen it both ways happen. Both.
No,
ways.
I think if you go home with the idol, you take it home.
You do, but it's not like those are the only idols they've made for the show, right? I mean,
True.
There's got to be some extra props laying around.
I would hope if someone takes the idol home, it's out of play.
For a certain amount, I know, like, traditionally for a certain amount of the game, when one idol would leave, another one would come in, because we always got that. Everybody knows when an idol goes, there's a new one in the game, and then everyone scrambles and starts looking for it. But I think, like, there's a very clear point where they stop putting them back in the game, and they're definitely with the fake idols. We're not going to get those put back in because of the way they were handed.
Yep, that was Chris's question. I don't think that a fake idol is going to go back because I don't know. I just don't see it.
You know what? I still say if a fake idol goes back in, it's you lose your vote idol.
Yeah.
So like a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage. So like I said, you can go out. I still think that's how they should do it. If you go out and look for an idol, you can get an idol, or you can get, oops, I've lost my vote until I can pawn the idol off on someone else.
Oh, that shouldn't be hard to do.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that would be, you know what? I think I'm safe tonight. I'm going to play this idol for you. And you literally go up and play the idol for, say, such and such. And Jeff goes, okay. Playing, but they says any votes cast will still count, and you lost your vote or something, like, it just would make it more interesting and more. If you really want to get, if you want to make the idol, I don't know. I keep saying this round and round. If you want to make the idol more strategic, add that to the ingredients.
Yeah.
Because if I know there's an idol out there, I could possibly lose my vote. I'm probably not going to go look for an idol.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The temptation might get to you, though.
But I mean, it doesn't. If we do that, that's pretty close to what we have with Shot in the Dark, just with better odds. Like, you can use this, but you're going to lose your vote.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you lose your vote until you don't get a vote until you get rid of it.
So are you saying that, like, if okay, so you don't know, like, that you don't know if it's going to be
no,
like you're going to lose your vote, but if you play it for somebody else, do they lose their vote, or
they lose their vote and they're not safe?
Okay.
Or you sit there and you simply go, hey, I found this idol. I think I'm pretty safe. Here, you take it, and they have no idea till they go to cast a vote and they say, you can't vote.
Then you don't know who?
No, they say, so Bob finds an idol. He gives it to Sam. Sam doesn't give the note to Sam telling him you've lost your vote until you get rid of the idol. But he goes up there and goes, sorry, Sam, you've lost your vote. The idol you have cancels out your vote until you can get rid of it. So he's like, oh, that damn Bob. So to me that makes
damn you, Bob.
So now Sam's like going, okay, now I got to get rid of this idol so someone else loses their vote and I'm safe. So, but then once word gets out that someone has an idol that you can't win with,
that's why it's really important that you ask for the paperwork. Like, I'm going to need the receipt for this.
Yeah, always get receipts. Always. So Elena says, I think I'm out on Survivor when the show starts planning fake idols. You mean fake idols that aren't paired with real idols?
Like a partner.
Yeah, like a...
Who, for me? I'm saying you have one, each tribe would have one good idol.
Right.
One bad idol. And to me, it's like, okay, crap, I gotta get rid of this idol. And I would, obviously you don't give them the note because they're not going to, oh wait, why are you giving me this idol that says I can't vote until I get rid of it?
Yeah. Okay.
So it would be an interesting split between the type of players, kind of like how they were talking tonight in Tribal, like how you can the give up your immunity for rice challenge is really good at, like, showing you how people are playing the game. This is another one of those things that would really Because you have people that say, screw it, I'm going to use it. Like, balls to the wall, I'm using it, and I'm going to play hard. And then you've got other ones that are going to try to, like, pawn it off or just get rid of it because an impure game is hard to calculate which direction it's going to head.
Well, I like Danny saying, let's be the group that doesn't play to win.
Yeah.
I'm like going first. I'm shocked that Carolyn didn't just say, okay, I'm terrible at the challenges. I'll sit out.
I was kind of surprised about that.
She is terrible. I mean, it again, she's out. She's the first one out. It wasn't even close. And she, I was like going, God, Carolyn could have sat out, and maybe someone in her alliance. I guess she didn't have anyone.
She didn't. Carson was in raw shape.
Yeah, but when Danny is going on like that, it's like, okay, this guy's trying to tell us how to play the game, how we should be playing.
I mean, he mansplained so hard to Franny, and Franny was right.
Yeah, and I say when you start doing that to people, especially when there's only 9 people left.
Yeah,
right.
It's different. It's different when you have a group of like 18, and you're okay. You've irritated some, but people had to be irritated when he's like, "Look, I'm starving. Screw it, I can't win." And then Carson's like going, "Well, let me see what the challenge is." And even Cindy said, "Oh my God, that's a tough." I go, "Yeah, this is a tough challenge." Have they done it?
Add the rain in it. Jeez.
I would have sat that challenge out if you guys walked in there and you were really hungry and you saw that challenge.
Yeah, I agreed with Kane's risk assessment, like there.
Yeah, too risky, not worth it. Let's eat. Is that kind of where you would be at with it?
Probably. I mean, Danny, though, come on. He was a bit of a bastard, like going back like that on his, like.
I knew the second.
I'm not a scout. I gave scout honors.
I knew it. I knew it.
He's like this, like the guy that was crossing his fingers behind his back.
I thought and that should have been another reason to vote him out.
Right, exactly. I thought for sure that they were going to get everybody on board with Danny, especially after his comments, which just means that he feels safe enough to make those faces. Make those faces. I was reading Chris's comment that says Carson's face when they approached the challenge was totally OF. But to make those comments though, he must have felt super secure. That's the only thing I can think of.
Because I would have said if I was when Jeff asked me that, I go, "Hey, look, I said I would not vote for him, but it's Survivor. I don't have to be honest. It's just I would never say I was never a scout, Jeff. I said, oh my God, Danny, you're doing everything you can to get kicked off. I thought for sure it was going to be Danny.
I did too.
When he only got 1 vote, I'm like going, okay, what am I missing here? He's finished second in all the behind Franny. Franny is much better than him at the challenges because she can outlast him. But he's still a threat. He's a strategic threat, and he's a physical threat, and he's good at the challenges. To me, the Kane was a waste of time. I don't get why they got rid of Kane.
Agreed. So I was just going to ask, do we think that Kane was the right choice? And I maybe there's something that we don't know, but like with the information that we have, it really, it seemed like Kane was harmless.
It's interesting too, because for all of the stuff Danny is saying, the second Carolyn or Jam were brought up, but specifically Carolyn, he was like, no, like, why? Don't even bother with them right now. Like, they're a number for us. We need them. We need to keep them here. And like the one person that was like, Danny's got to go is like the one person Danny was adamant about saving.
I know. I love that. But obviously I would have loved it more if that had been that Danny was going. But I wonder how long until. See, I thought Franny was going to be like, excuse me, don't talk to me like that, and be on board with voting Danny out after he spoke to her like that.
I don't think she's going to do it. He saved her. She's stuck with him. That's true.
But still, I mean, I could see his point of view that it's a numbers game. But also, Franny is right. Like, they're playing the middle. We see it time and time and time again. The people that are in the tribe that loses immunity, the ones that survive and infiltrate the bigger group. They always sit back, play the middle, let the big threats of the bigger groups take each other out, and then when it's a more even whatever is when they then can start to make moves. And we see that time and time again.
You're right, because they've been saying the two stronger tribes on paper, because they were doing better in the challenges, are going after each other.
Yeah.
We're just in the middle and we're deciding who goes with this. I agree. I sit there and get going, okay, eventually they're going to gain power.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to gain the numbers because the numbers keep dwindling. The only problem is all three of them are bad at challenges, except Carson's good at the puzzle challenges.
Carson's excellent at the puzzle challenges, yeah. Which is, definitely goes to their advantage. But, Jam Jam, though, he was right, like, in the opening scene where he explained, like, we're sitting here, we have no blood on our hands, we knew it was going to happen, so we were in with the group that told us what was going to happen, we voted with the group that ended up on top, so they don't know that, we were talking to the other group and knew, like, it's a great spot to be in.
They're definitely overlooking the Three Stooges, whatever they're called.
We could call them the Three Stooges, why not?
Whatever they call them, they call themselves something, but
the Three Stooges.
Okay.
I love that he was like 000, 007.
I go, come on, Jam Jam. Everybody knows James Bond. You don't even have to watch the damn movies to know it's 007.
Oh, that was so funny though.
And this guy's my winner's pick.
I don't know. I think we are looking at a solid chance that the final three is going to be some combination of Carson, Carolyn, and Jam Jam. And I think Heidi has a good chance. Nobody knows she has an idol.
Well, Carolyn finally.
And Heidi is calling a lot of shots. I mean, or at least that's the edit we're getting. She's the one who's putting the names out there, and then whoever the name is that she's putting out there is the one going home.
Right. What were you going to say, Jack?
Carolyn finally opened up. And
I love that scene.
Part of the group, and so that's going to help her social game with getting votes down the line. Whereas people, they always gave her that look, like, strange look, like you're strange, you're out there, I don't want to hang around you. But now that she was telling her story, I think it was the right time to tell it, because now you're coming down to the home stretch, and
Agreed.
she's feeling more comfortable, which is good. But she's telling her story, and people are going, "Wow, that's a lot you've come back from it. That's amazing." So I think that was she had a good episode tonight. And plus, again, she's usually right on the vote, and she was right. They should have got rid of Danny. I mean, but for some reason, she doesn't want to make Jam Jam mad again. She doesn't want to cross him. But I think she can't sway the people her way for whatever reason.
Right, and that is a flaw. I know that she's trying to, she is glad that they don't see her as a threat, but at some point she's going to have to show people that she is a threat, or they're not going to vote for her in the end.
Right. Because, like I said, she's so bad at the challenge. I think it's because she's so bad at the challenges that she and again, she didn't really open up until this week.
Yeah.
So
but nobody was giving her the time of day before this week, except for Carson and Jam Jam.
Jam, yeah. So hopefully she keeps going, because I really think she'd be a good winner, a good win this. She's someone that I think we all she won. We go, all right, yeah, I can see that. But you're right, Colleen. She has to start being a little more forceful, going, Jam Jam. No, this is what we have to remember. Everybody you're voting out, they're now on the jury. They're not going to vote for you, so you have to have some people at least on your side.
Yeah,
because you're not going to get Matt's vote.
Nope.
If Franny's in there, it's going to go to Franny.
I can't see Franny unless she goes on an immunity run. I cannot see them letting her get even close to the final three.
Especially now that she's won back-to-back challenges. She's very likable.
She's just as smart and strategic as Kane is. It's so bizarre that Kane is the target.
But she's in a better alliance, and that's
and that might be a reason for her to keep Danny. I mean, that might be another reason that she needs to protect him, because what's going to happen if she's in this alliance who is like offering people up and burning them, and he goes away. She's the front man with the target. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Danny may have to stick around and play the meat shield for a little bit longer, but
how much longer do they keep him around, especially when?
Because now they're down to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can screw. He could go on a run where he wins 3 straight immunities. He's probably good at making fire, I'm guessing. So you want to get him out by the.
I'm going to tell you what. If you've got Jam or Heidi in final fire making, no one stands a chance against either of them. Because anytime they've shown anyone making fire, those two are like whoosh, like instantly.
Yeah,
so
true.
They're a big threat to keep at the end.
I'm sorry, who did you say? I was looking up the date of the finale, which is May 24th.
Heidi and Jam both.
Okay, yeah.
And I think Heidi is a mistake to keep. I mean, she's not really a threat thus far in any challenges that we've seen, but I think like as far as brains go and maneuvering the game into her favor, I think she's hella dangerous in comparison to the others that are sitting there.
Yeah, agreed. Let's see what. I'm trying to think of. I just had a question, and then as I looked up the finale date, which again is May 24th, I completely flew out of my head. Loves the Carolyn stuff. It's so funny how, I mean, she has to win, right? Every single episode is just about her. It's like the Carolyn feel good story hour.
That's what I want.
Well, it's almost like they're giving her too much airtime.
That's a good point too.
And
I wonder if somebody unlikable wins and they won, and like Carolyn's like runner up.
We've got to show that we care. We're about the people. Carolyn's the representation. We are about the people.
Of all the people left, there's nobody I really dislike.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good cast. They've got good personalities all around. Honestly, even though it is the Carolyn and Jam show, everybody on there can hold their own when they're on screen.
Right. So it's not like at this point, like I said, if anyone wins, I wouldn't be shocked at this point, especially at the last couple of seasons we've had. I should never be shocked by anybody that wins, but right now I could see anybody winning this game.
Okay,
hold on real quick, Jamie. Sherry went back and looked at the votes. We had basically everyone. Franny is the person that voted for Jamie. Jamie used the double vote for Heidi.
So Franny had no clue what was going on.
Maybe she was trying to split the vote. I mean, everybody was running around.
And that's just it. Like all of the meetings before they even got to tribal, I lost track of what anybody was wanting to do because there was like 15 different split the vote. It's like last week they didn't split the vote. And then they were all like, oh my God, we learned a lesson by not splitting the vote. So then everybody's like, let's split the vote between every player left in the game.
It was also kind of ridiculous how everybody was like, well, I did want to split the vote. It was Brandon that didn't want to split the vote. But Brandon was out there in exit interviews last week being like, I wanted to split the vote.
Yep. It was just
nobody wants
to even got to tribal, so I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Well, no one wants to admit they had the losing argument. It's like
very true.
I wanted to split the vote, and people are going, wait, I don't. It's so much. I mean, to be honest with you, can you remember all the stuff that goes on? You know, if someone were to say, I go, wait, did you not? I don't know. Maybe you did. I can't remember.
One more thing before we move on from the Jam Carolyn love fest, or did you guys cringe when they were on top of the rock? Because I was like, this is how Matthew went home. Did we not learn?
Yep, that's what I was like. This is why nobody takes Carolyn seriously, because now she's climbing up Death Mountain.
Yeah, I said the same thing today. I go, you think they'd learn from Sling
Matthew?
Sling Matthew. I go, what are you doing? I know it's not. I know it wasn't the same one, but still, they're slimy when they're anyone who's been to I say this
get off the rocks
because they're slimy. I mean, they have stuff on it that you step on. It's like wet ice. What?
I swear to God, I thought that she was gonna jump, and we were gonna watch a woman like break her body. I was just like, oh my God!
I'm surprised Jam went up with her.
Same. Mandy's here. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy. Thanks for the feedback.
She's here giving it right now.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
She said that this was like an early season vote where so many people go with votes on them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
it was I don't know. It was hard for me to follow. Overall, I mean, there was some nice moments with Carolyn, and I have to say that the challenge was fun to watch. I do like that Franny just like muscles in as much as she can, and she's out there really trying. So that was good to watch.
Oh man, poor Alex during the challenge. He was like, I pick green, I pick black, I pick green, I pick that, I pick green, I pick black. And his poor little, he was like working himself up into like a panic because he has to pick the right one. And I was like, buddy, like I did that thing where I like actively put my hands on his back and his chest. I was like, you don't have to pick anyone. You could pick them both. It's okay. He's like, I picked them both. No, wait, I picked black. No, I picked green. I picked green. I picked black. I picked green. And I was like,
it was a tribal prophecy. He knew how this was going to go. Like
exactly.
Nobody could pick anybody.
Did Kane look like when he got voted out that he lost Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, he was so sad.
What did he end it with? He was like, enjoy your rice, bitches.
I think it was something like, at least he went on I said, oh my God, I feel bad. You can tell he's upset. He's obviously pissed, but it was like,
yeah, he loves the game. He wanted to play.
I get it. And he's probably thinking, why wasn't it Danny? Why was it me?
Right. Especially after he like told Jamie, like, don't do it. If you have any hesitation, like, don't sit out, play the game. Like, he was trying to be the good guy, decent guy in it. But
we got a lot more of him the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the first 6 episodes, barely anything. So.
Okay, so if you look at the theory that since the new era, it's the person that is like the least seen, you know. I mean, you couldn't not see Gabler because he was always like putting out a dedication every minute to somebody. But other than Gabler, in this season, who are we not seeing?
Wrong.
So who are we not seeing in this season?
Honestly, we had not seen Lauren, but even now, Lauren's ramped up a little bit.
She did win immunity last week.
Lauren?
So she'd have a moment.
We see a lot of Heidi.
Yeah, didn't she win the
Heidi the last couple of weeks, until the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, Heidi's ramped up a bit. Now, again, to their credit, we didn't really see. Those teams only went to tribal council once each before the merge. So it was natural that we were going to focus the attention on where it was going. But, yeah. Okay.
And the three most interesting people are the ones are the Three Stooges.
Exactly. Even Carson, like he's playing such a great game for such a young person. I'm glad that everybody ate. And it was funny because you actually really did a great job of showing us like how low energy everybody was before they got the rice, and it really was like a flip, a switch flip, the flip switch.
I really wish that they would get, you know, on a reward challenge. Like I really wish that they would get like a breakfast with coffee. Like I just that whole like they don't do that anymore. They used to do it. They still do it in Australia where they get like that caffeine buzz and everybo's just squirrely as can be.
That
when
would
they
be
go into
me.
The challenge. It's so fun.
I want to go back to them eating rats. Okay.
No, but to your point, Jamie, I often think about how one of my strategies, if I ever was on Survivor, would be at reward challenges. I would be the person that probably would not be able to drink alcohol or drink caffeine because I would just be like, talk to me, my social buzz is kicking in. And everybody would want to murder me and I would go home. So
that would be
I know my strengths and weaknesses. Okay. Any last thoughts?
Well, like the one guy, the guy that was he did the soft porn and he was the used car salesman. Remember, he got drunk. It's like this fourth season or third season.
Early.
Greg was and he kind of got drunk, and his wife sent a video of his car and all this different stuff and his big house. And he's like, oh man. But then he got drunk and was kind of saying, what was his name? Come on, Mandy. You know the name. Come on, Mandy. Come on, Terry.
You know,
Craig,
it's funny.
Something, I don't know.
Or what about
he ended up winning. He was on the season where the lady got real upset when they killed the chicken, and she buried the bones of. No, she buried the bones of the chicken. You guys don't remember that? She was crying. It was an older lady. She was crying. They buried the bones of the chicken.
Are you talking about? Is it Brian Heidick?
Brian, yes, that's it. Yes,
okay.
Brian.
Yes, Brian. Which Ryan?
I think he's more well known for other heinous things.
The resume is full. Is that what you're saying?
It's long.
I know he's had. I know he's had some issues, but
yeah,
that was him. No, Kim. No, I'm not talking about Kim. It was an older lady on that season. They killed the chicken and she buried the bones because she was crying. Because I know Kimmy was an animal rights person and all that stuff, but it was an older lady who just got real emotional about them killing the chicken. And it's
Hold on. Did Brian shoot a dog?
Yes.
You got to eat.
Or there was something with a dog, and it was okay. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole here.
Not nice, Brian. Not nice, Brian.
No, it turned out Brian was not a nice guy. But actually, you saw it when he was drunk. He was a little obnoxious. So he was.
Well, remember when Brett LaBelle got drunk and then came out to Zeke? That was great.
Yep, that was a good buzz. That was a happy buzz.
I always think about Johnny Fairplay bringing a bottle of alcohol to tribal council. Didn't he do that?
It seems.
I'm pretty sure he's drunk all the time. No, he went sober, didn't he?
I don't know. Was he drink? He's doing that thing with Jesse. They're like naming a beer after them or something.
I can't remember.
Get their own named beer.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Any last thoughts though on this episode before we move on to the feedback? I think we're all agreement. Kane wouldn't have been the person that we sent home, given the knowledge that we have seen as viewers. It was a bummer to see the fake idol go home yet again, because Sarah left with the fake idol and the legacy advantage, right?
Yep.
What's blinking on the name? Went home with a fake idol. Matt. I'm like Mr. Franny. Matt went home with a fake idol.
I love it.
And now Kane goes home with Jamie's fake idol, but that's okay.
Can we say with Matt he was a little more, subdued. He wasn't really Franny, because he had Brandon there. He was like
I gotta play cool.
Yeah, she's all right. I'm not crazy about her, but she's cool.
Yeah. Jan is the lady that buried the chicken bones.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy. It's great to have you here.
I think with Kane walking out, this is my prediction. With Kane walking out with that fake idol, they just bump Jamie until final 3.
I don't think so.
Because I don't think she's going to do anything big enough, right or wrong.
Is she a threat right now?
Mm-mm.
Actually,
I think she's the kind of person that could be perceived as a threat because if she gets going, she doesn't shut up, and she proclaimed herself.
She feels very Erica energy to me.
No, she does not give me Erica energy. I don't know whose energy she gives me, but it's definitely not Erica. But she proclaims herself like the most valuable person on the beach every single friggin' episode. So at some point.
But is she doing that to the rest of the cast or just to the confessional?
Or is it true? And we're just not seeing it.
Is it true? Hey, Gabler did keep saying it. Like, I'm going to win because I'm hiding in plain sight. I'm hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, and I kept saying, no, Gabler, I'm watching the show. There's no way you're going to win this.
Everybody sees you. You're not hiding. You're not going to win. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last thoughts on the episode. Jack, go ahead.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
I liked it. I thought it was a very entertaining episode.
Again, I'm shocked how the voting went, but I'm not there voting, so I don't. Who am I to judge?
Exactly.
I'm still wrong.
Personal story, I thought it was really good. For gameplay, it was frustrating, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yep. All right, let's take our little commercial break, and then we'll be back. We'll do. Oh, am I missing something, Jack?
Did we? I never got my answer to my question. Have they done that challenge before? I know they've done the one with the ball, but with you're only standing on 1 foot.
Oh, I
With
don't.
the wet ball.
The wet balls. I mean, wet balls. Yeah. I mean, they're a thing.
Wet balls all over the place.
All over the place.
Okay.
Okay, while we're doing our commercial break, somebody answered Jack's question in the chat. I don't remember it ever being with 1 foot, but we'll find out after this. And look at that, we're back.
30 minutes we were gone and nobody had the answer.
Nobody had the answer.
If you're wondering how long we take a break during the commercial, it was 30 minutes at least.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
It's already 10 o'clock.
Pancakes. We ate some food.
Yeah.
It was a minute.
It was a minute. I took a nap on the bed behind me. All right. But to start off feedback, I take
a nap when we're recording.
Mandy. Yes. Mandy says, thank God I have my Wednesdays back. Has this challenge always been to not let your second foot touch the block? That seems ridiculously hard. See, inquiring minds want to know. That also definitely seemed ridiculously hard. But I guess if you could stand on your put your weight down, that made it easier. If they had made them stand there without putting their weight down, I think that would have been even harder.
Like Carolyn was doing?
Yes. And it worked out so great for her.
Carolyn.
Franny Queen. I love that she keeps beating Danny for immunity. The rice, it changed us. And Jeff's wow was an LOL moment.
Oh my God, it was so cringe.
That's what happens when people eat. They get energy.
Wow. Oh, I felt myself gag a little bit when it happened. I wasn't going to bring it up. But Mandy did, and I have to say, yeah, I noticed it.
Okay, editors, I see you and like what you did with the Yam Yam subtitles. Oh my God. Did you guys think like the TV was broken when he was like, and talk 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 and talk?
I just went,
when are we going
to chill? There's subtitles all of a sudden.
I was like, is there coffee out there?
I thought it was great that they gave him the subtitles, and then later on in the same episode, he was saying, I wish I had the subtitles so I knew what was going on.
Yep. Although what was it? Veo? I Spy game? I guess because Veo is I see, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Okay. The vote was a hot mess. Seeing lots of Kane and Heidi had me thinking it was going to be one of them. So much for Scout's honor. Thank you.
Heidi, considering Heidi was being blindsided there, she was pretty calm.
Yeah.
Wasn't she? She didn't go, because Danny got one vote and went. But Heidi was like going.
He's still doing it right now as we.
Yeah, he probably is. But Heidi was like, but at the end she was like, because she had an idol, she could have played it, but
yeah,
fortunately she didn't have to. But I was like, because I never heard her name brought up. Was her name brought up?
No,
not that I can think of. I wonder if she was calm because she knew that those votes had to have been the other three, and the fourth vote may have rattled her because she didn't realize an extra vote would be played on her. But my guess is she was just pretty tight, trusting the people that she was working with.
I don't know if I start getting 2 votes, I'm starting to think, okay, we've seen this before, where the person goes and wait, me? Why is it me? Like Brandon last week, me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You mean the exact face that we got from Kane?
Yeah.
Like what? How did this happen?
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for that feedback, Mandy. Now it is time to tally the votes. I am going to pull this up over here. Here we go. All right. So bringing us back up here.
I couldn't remember who I picked.
Okay. So Kane went home. Jamie had him final 3. Jack had Merge. and I had pre-merge. So that means that Jack has a point. He is now tied with me.
Hey, buddy.
Woo! However, Jamie had Danny going home. Jack had Lauren. Both solid guesses. But I had Kane, so I get a vote. And now I am behind by just a half of a point. Jamie has
so now I'm back to last place all of a sudden again. Jesus.
Yeah, but you're still in it.
No, I still hate the game.
If your winner's pick wins, you get 15 points.
Am I the only one with the original winner's pick?
Yes.
I do this all every year. I have the winner's pick, and then they
make it to the final three and lose.
and just fart at the end. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Who do we think is going home next week?
I'm going to stick with Lauren.
Okay.
I don't see her winning immunity. She lost her double vote, and I don't know why they put 2 votes on if they didn't have majority. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going with Lauren.
Okay. Jamie, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
You go ahead. I'm weighing 2 options.
Okay. I'm actually also going to go with Lauren. I feel like we've seen an uptick in her story arc recently, and as Jack said, she's no longer a threat with the double vote. Also, she does not seem to have an in with the majority alliance, which just makes her easy pickings. I feel like Jamie could be a second vote off, but I'm going with Lauren.
Plus, Heidi knows that she got 2 votes against her, right? Just from that. So that'll put a target on Lauren's back from Heidi's standpoint.
True. Mandy thinks Danny is going home.
I think that's who I'm going to go with.
You're going to go with Danny? Not a bad pick.
I think everything was so chaotic this week. I don't think he's going to be able to handle that. He doesn't have an idol in his pocket. I think it'll be Danny.
All right. Just for context for next week, if Danny goes home, all 3 of us said that he made the merge. So whenever Danny goes home, we're each getting points, baby. We're getting paid that day.
Yes.
And let's see, for Lauren. Sweet. Whenever Lauren goes home, I said she was making the merge. You guys both had her as pre-merge. So
pre-merge, yep.
Feeling pretty great about the points eventually coming my way.
If she goes to final 3, then you don't get anything, right?
Then I do not know.
All right, so
nobody gets anything.
I hope I'm wrong next week.
I'm pretty sure my entire final 3 is out. I was so bad at picking this year that all 3 of my final 3s are gone.
Yeah. Sherry says Franny was the only one that voted for Jamie, which means that no one included her into what they were doing. I don't know. I disagree. I feel like she might have done that to just to split the vote, just in case. Because she was in with, she had that conversation with Danny on who should go home.
But we never saw anyone say, yes, split the vote, and you vote for, I forgot who she voted for already. Jamie.
Jamie. I'm like, I just said it.
Yeah, and it's written right here in front of me. On Sherry's post.
It's right there.
I'm literally reading it as I'm like, who was that again? I can't remember.
Words, they're hard. How did they go?
Yeah, I know. String them together, I guess.
So, if you have an answer for Jack and Mandy about if that challenge has ever been done on 1 foot before, or without 1 foot touching the block more specifically, or anything else that we talked about tonight, you can give us an email at survivorjjc@gmail.com, or you can just join us live approximately 15 minutes after the episode ends each week. We always have fun when there's a big crowd. So, and if there is any changes, it will be on Twitter and it will be on the in the Facebook group. So if you are in the Jay and Jack Facebook group or follow any of us on Twitter, and I'll make sure that it's posted to @Jay and Jack, the @Jay and Jack Twitter, if for some reason any of this ever changes. I know that
is that Twitter account still active?
Yeah, I tweet to it every so often.
Oh, okay. I can't remember the password.
I believe it's this. Well, I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I can let you know what it is off air.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. I know that there's one week that Zachary has a baseball game, and it's like the 8:15 game, right? It's the later game, the 7:15 game, rather.
7:15. There is a 7:15 game, which
But
means we will not make it.
We won't, no, but it's towards the end of his season because he's the way that his little league works is.
And he had to put out
games.
He had to put out today.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's a good thing. He had to put out.
Yes, yes, depending on the context that you mean it in.
Well,
he tagged somebody. He played third base and he tagged somebody out.
he tagged the base. It was a force out.
No, he tagged the kid.
I thought he tagged the base.
Well, I could just ask him tomorrow.
Did you listen to the Ramblecast 2 weeks ago?
Which one was the one 2 weeks ago? You got to give me names.
It was just me, Matt, and Chris.
The one from last week.
Yes, I was talking about having grandkids.
Oh yes,
Okay. I didn't say it had to happen. I just said, just suggested.
I don't want. Ew, this is gross. I don't want me grandkids at 39. I'm not Lauren Boebert, so this is disgusting, and we're gonna move on.
I don't mean now. I mean, when I still like when I'm 70. Okay, I'm 70. That's 10 years from now. That could be 18, right?
On that note, everyone, we're going to end this here. We can go back to talking about the dude that murdered puppies.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help me.
You're going to be fine, Jack. You're not going to be too old to have great grandkids. Don't worry.
You don't know. I'm falling apart now. I'm on my last leg.
Listen, great grandparents are wonderful, but they really are there to sit by the
Technically, you're on your second to last leg because you've got two left.
True. I challenged to get Alex out of the playground day. I said, I can beat you back there. And literally he beat me back there. And I go, next time I was challenge Zach, but I go, Alex is
Zach's
fast.
A slow runner.
And my body is my back and my ankle hurts. I'm old. And I'm like going, I can't catch this kid.
Alex is very athletic and very fast.
Race competition. I'm off.
All right. On that note, again, if anything changes and we ever have to do a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, we'll put it on the @JaneJack Twitter or in the Jane Jack Facebook group. So, again, survivorjjc@gmail.com. Love the feedback. Love you if you could join us. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, you go to patreon.com/JaneJack. Thank you to the patrons that contribute a certain level, and that we Eckhart Rigner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and the creepy poopy head mailman. Thank you all. All right. If nobody else has anything to say about this week's episode, we'll see everybody next week.
Hasta luego and goodbye.
Peace out.
Arrivederci.
Bye.